wake of sundering darkness, unity reborn. We rose from Terra's ashes under one golden dawn, forging stars anew with the legions by our side. World after world liberated from terror and from lies. I march with faith unshaken in the Emperor's sight. Imperial truth our creed, every step a holy fight. Brothers by gene and bond, conquering the skies. Our hearts swelled with purpose, humanity arises. But the brightest light casts the darkest shade. Glory of the Great Crusade, poisoned by betrayal's seed. A dream of light on a knife's edge, bled by brothers' deed. We sang of victory eternal, blind to what lay ahead. Glory of the Great Crusade, triumph masked the future dread. Trumpets hailed on Ulanor, the War Master crowned this day. Horus below bore the honor and the weight. The legions cheered aloud beneath war-torn skies of gold, as the father left his sons for secrets terror holds. Hail Horus, we cried, son of thunder, guiding star. Yet in that jubilation crept a shadow wide and far. One brother knelt in ashes, his faith a smoldering pyre. Others eyed their kin with doubt, hearts clenched by silent ire. I saw pride and fear entwine behind the rapturous cheers. A destiny diverging, unseen in glory's years. The Emperor's gaze turned inward upon the golden throne, and in that void, the whispering dark began to groan. Glory of the Great Crusade, poisoned by betrayal's seed. The wreath of laurels on his brow hid a cruel and bloody deed. We thought our tribes eternal, how could angels fall? Glory of the Great Crusade, now cracked spider on the brother, I feel it in the mud. The first knife twists in secret, spilling sacred blood. A perfect city burned to dust, Monarchia's ghost cries out, and the gods we denied in zeal now consume the heart devout.
Jealousy and fate conspire,
a war-born rot inside, turning hearts from oaths of light to where the chaos hides. I see legions in midnight clad, sons turned against sons, a fire raining from the heavens upon the loyal ones.
the sky is falling,
our dream shatters in flame. Is this the price of glory? watching holy Terra fade from my sight at Isstvan's red dawn. Our sins shall ignite. The Great Crusade is ended. The heresy takes flight. They named me War Master, under Ullinar's son. Then Terra took my father, and the counting had begun. A million worlds still burning, 1,000 oaths to keep, and every brother watching what a son can do. Alone, without the keep. The council sends its scribes, remembrances to write, iterators spinning slaughter into words of holy light. But I am not a page in ink, not a statue on a throne. I am Horus Lupercal, and I will claim what he has shown. The Vengeful Spirit hums like judgment in my bones, and I feel Terra's silence pressing through the stones. I rise to bear the Imperium, War Master of the Blaze, to end old night with iron, to carve the stars in praise. No father at my shoulder, so let my will be read. I am the spear of the Great Crusade, and I will drive it to the edge. Palaces of stolen myth, a false emperor on a borrowed throne, daring me to kneel to him. Abaddon laughs in Vox light, first to the throne wins the kill, while Oaken holds the line of reason, and I taste the edge of will. The Mournival at my table, Axaman's quiet doubt, Torgadon's grin like sunlight, and rage that Abaddon can't bleed out. They say, be father to your sons now, be war, be law, be flame. So I walk into that throne room and end his borrowed name. And when the cheers are over, what remains is not the roar, it's the hollow in the victory. It's wanting more. I rise to bear the Imperium, War Master of the Blaze, to end all night with iron, to carve the stars in praise. No father at my shoulder, so let my will be read. softly where rank and titles end. A door of brotherhood stands open, and whispers call it friend.
There is a door on the flagship, far from banners, far from light, where sons of Chthonius speak in tones the bridge can't bite. No iterators here, no parchment-bound decree, just warriors and their oaths, old as what we used to be. They call it the law, not a council, not command. A circle drawn in quiet, where the legion understands. Aximan pours the black wine, Abaddon watches the flame, and Torgadon laughs too loudly, so no one speaks my name.
They say, War Master rest, let brothers share the weight, but comfort has a perfume, and it smells like fate.
In the lodge, the whisper becomes a blade, soft as prayer, sharp as shade. In the lodge, the doubt is dressed in gold, and what is spoken in brotherhood is never fully told.
The crusade rolls on numbers, compliance tide report, while terror sends no counsel and the silence gives no port. I stand above a galaxy and feel the distance burn, and every victory taste hollow if the throne will not return. Then comes a word-bearer's shadow, Erebus robed in smooth, with truths that aren't quite lies, and lies that wear the truth. He does not name the gods he serves, he doesn't have to speak. He only asks a question and watches meaning leak. What is a son to do when father leaves him in the cold? What is a crown worth bearing if you're never truly told?
So the lodge leans closer, and the room feels small. Brotherhood becomes a pressure, and pressure becomes a wall.
In the lodge, the whisper becomes a blade, soft as prayer, sharp as shade. In the lodge, the doubt is dressed in gold, and what is spoken in brotherhood is never fully told.
They say it's
its only fellowship, a circle to endure. But every secret needs a keeper, and every keeper needs a lore. First it's sharing burdens, then it's sharing blame. First it's quiet reassurance, then it's changing every name.
Does not kick down the door. It waits to be invited, through a smile, through a brother's hand, through the War Master's pride. If Terra will not answer, then I will answer Terra. If the Emperor will not speak, then I will speak for him. And in that moment, I hear the universe agree.
In the lodge, the whisper becomes a blade, soft as prayer, sharp as shade. In the lodge, the doubt is dressed in gold, and what is spoken in brotherhood becomes the truth we're told.
Turned his banners and threw our oaths away. A moon of old devotion, a world of serpent rites, where drums beat under jungle fog, like hearts that hate the light. I went down with my captains, no glory, just the task to cut the head from treason and tear away the mask. The air itself felt watchful, the ground awaiting jaw. Yet I am War Master, and I fear no law. We stormed his broken temple, we broke his lying gate, and something in that darkness smiled at my fate. On Devon I bled, where a serpent made me see a blade in the dark and a god beneath the creed. On Devon I fell, yet I did not truly die, for the wound that broke bird in a shell, with a blade that shouldn't exist. Too clean, too hungry, too well. Not chain, not claw, not bolter. One whispering edge of night. The anathema kissed my armor and found my heart outright. Abaddon's rage was wildfire. Loken shouting, pull him back. Aximan pale as moonlight, tortured and choking black. I heard the world go distant, like terror through a storm. And Malor bent close to me and said, we have one door. The apothecaries faltered. The poison would not yield, so they carried me to serpent shrines. A war master. On Devin I bled, where a serpent made me see a blade in the dark and a god beneath the creed. On Devin I fell, yet I did not truly die, for the wound that broke my body opened up my sky. They laid me in their lodge of bones and called it healing, called it love. Erebus spoke with honey words, then vanished like a glove. I walked a corridor of futures, and every door was pain. I saw my name struck from the marble, my victories made vain. I saw the Emperor on a throne of worship, called a god by frightened men. And I, his favorite son, reduced to dust, forgotten in the hymn. Was that his plan, to take the stars, then take the sons who won, to wear a blood like ornament and call it unification? Spoke plainly, choose. And in my silence, I heard myself refuse. If a father will not answer, then a son will take the right. On David I bled, where a serpent made me see a blade in the dark and a truth that shattered me. On David I fell, yet I rose with different eyes, for the wound that broke my body taught my soul to rise, to rise. I've imperative. My captains kneel. The lodge stands open, I speak the words aloud. Tomorrow I will swear an oath and make betrayal proud.
should have ended me, and yet I was not done. Malcador at my bedside, I battled like a storm. Man's eyes like moonlit steel, Torgadon trying to keep me warm. They asked me what I'd seen in death. I said I saw the end. Not of the war, but of the truth of what a father calls love. If Terra will not answer, I will make the galaxy hear. If the Emperor will not speak, I will become the voice they fear. Because the wound did not just break my flesh, it broke my trust. I am low. Warmaster, hear my oath, I will not bow again. Not to silence, not to distance, not to change made of trust. If he would make himself a god, then I will make him fall. I swear it to my legion, I swear it to the war, I swear it to the stars that watched us conquer all. The lodge was waiting, lamplit, a circle cut from night. No remembrancer to soften it, no iterator to make it right. Erebus wore a courteous smile, a serpent in a priest's skin. He spoke of fate and truth behind truth, and watched my brothers lean in. I laid my gauntlet on the table, and the silence held its breath. On diving I was shown the future. I choose you over death. Abaddon slammed his fist like thunder. Avi Warmaster command. Aximand whispered we follow, but Torgadon couldn't understand. And Loken stood apart from them, as if the room had turned to ash. He said, "My lord, this isn't duty. This is the start of the crash." I looked at him and felt the old world break behind my eyes. Then I spoke the words that lock a fate, and felt the legion rise. Warmaster, hear my oath, I will not bow again. Not to silence, not to distance, not to chains made of trust. If he would make himself a god, then I will make him fall. I swear it to my legion, I swear it to the war, I swear it to the stars that watched us conquer all. They call it imperial truth, but truth without a voice is just a lash. They call it unity, but unity that forgets its sons is ash. I carried his dream across the void, I bled to build his law. And when I asked him why he left me, I received nothing at all. So hear me, Terra, hear me, throne.
let's conquer all. Aroused Imperator, send the loyal out ahead. Tell them compliance waits in flame at Isstvan III. The sky will turn to poison, and Brotherhood will learn my name. I am coming.
They called it compliance on Isstvan III, a petty governor, a cleansing quick and clean. So they chose the ones who questioned, the ones who still meant oath, and dropped us into Coral City. Like a knife slid into cloth. Sons of Horus beside Death God world eaters chained to rage, Emperor's children shining, a parade upon a stage. We waited for the War Master's word, for orbit's blessing flame, but the fleet above went quiet, like it swallowed up my name.
A loyal heart can taste the trap before the body bleeds, and Isstvan's dust lay listening for the fall of seas.
The sky is sealing.
Isstvan III! When the War Master sealed the sky, when brother marked his brother and called it purified, virus rain, life eater in the air we breathe, then fired him the ending clean. Betrayal locked in deep.
The canisters came down like mercy, small silver prayers from high, then split and spat their angels into every throat and eye. Life eater, it ate the lungs, it peeled the flesh from bone, it turned men into liquid ruin, where they stood alone.
Then the poison made a furnace, a gas that wanted flame, and one lance from orbit answered, and the world became the same
as ash.
Isstvan III! When the War Master sealed the sky, when brother marked his brother and called it purify, virus rain, life eater in the air we breathe, then fire to make the ending clean. Betrayal locked in deep, but the crack before it finished. Sergeant's blood is end the warning. Gyro fought for Vox and engines, while betrayal started forming. So we hid in bunker veins, in catacombs of stone, and what should have been an execution became a war full grown. And they must fell like thunder, just chain as judgment in the smoke to finish treachery's grief. They called us purge. She made us major, then while they called it clean, we made it cost.
And I learned what the Great Crusade becomes when brothers are the lost.
Isstvan III!
ship breaks orbit Eisenstein to carry truth to throne. But loyal blood will answer next at Isstvan V, where the drop sight breaks the bone. Slaughter in the pit. Caught between the hammer and the anvil's cruelest hit. Korak screamed for pullback. Vulcan held the line. But Ferrus, oh Ferrus, he saw only one design. He charged to meet the Phoenix, to end the serpent's life. Brother against brother, the anvil meets the knife. I saw the blade flash purple. I saw the silver fall. The Gorgon is gone. Ferrus Manus is dead. The Gorgon has fallen! Break the line! Break the line! There is no victory here! There is no escape! Run! Raven! Run! Vulcan burn!
Chained my mind with iron laws. They told me knowledge has its claws. But I saw the shadow facing terror. I saw the brother turn to terror. The warp was sealed, the gate was barred, but duty holds no regard. To save a father from the knife, I had to gamble with my life.
I tore the veil, I crossed the night, a crimson spear of forbidden light. I smashed the barrier, I broke the seal, to make the blind emperor feel.
I did it for him.
Prospero Burns, the city of light. I broke the law to end the night. I smashed the gate to save the king. Now fire is the only song we sing. Oh, Prospero Burns, and I am the king of ash.
Message failed, the warning died. Now judgment comes with the rising tide. The wolves are howling at the door. They bring the silence and the war. My brother Russ with a blade of ice. He does not ask to roll the dice. He only knows what he was told. To kill the sorcerer, break the mold. My sons are dying in the street. I feel their souls, I feel the heat. The library falls, the wisdom fades. We are erased by loyal blades.
I cannot watch them die in vain. I cannot hold back all this pain. If I must fall, then let me change. I take the power. How strange.
built a grid to hold the light back. Mirrors and shields. A cage for the sun. So we could walk upon the surface. So we could gather for the war. Then the Campanile fell, a suicide ship, a knife in the sky. It didn't hit the ground, it hit the grid. The mirror shattered, the void shields collapsed, and the blue star was unleashed. Not a change of color, but a change of God. Stripping off. The Viridius star is screaming gamma, X-ray, ultraviolet death. The surface docks are melting. The muster fields are glass. There is no air. There is only the light. The blue light that eats the bone. We run back to the dark. We sealed the arcology gates. We gave the surface to the star. But the word bearers are down here, trapped in the stone with us. The sun kills above. The brother kills below. The underworld war begins. And it will never, ever. Odio, odio, odio. Odio, odio, odio. Odium, 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 odium. Exvius. Decien. Saperda. Non pax. The scent tells above. Horus called me brother.
and pointed to the dark. Said Signus had gone silent, said Nephilim left their mark. He spoke of worlds to rescue, a cure beneath the bone, a gift to still the hunger in my sons behind their thrones. I did not know Isstvan, I did not know the lie. I only felt the void ahead and chose to fly. We found the cluster lifeless, ships drifting without mind, human dead with bones removed, like something fed on kind, a blazing 8-point star of fire, where sanity died. Signus, the trap closes, Horus sends us blind, red thirst breaks angels, Kabbalah drinks our blood. The black veil fell around, the stars outside destroyed. No astral path, no guiding light, just hunger in the void. And in my wings I felt it, the warp was their Kyrus in the mirror in living sin, daring me to strike the glass and let the nightmare in. Then madness took the flagship and drove us down through night. The red tear broke the planet, iron screaming into stone. We rose to take the cathedral, to take the blasphemous throne. Then the sky tore open red, and Kabbalah came for me. He crushed my legs, he made me watch my sons die by the hundreds. He lit the rage fire in the soil to stain the world with blood. And something unstirred in my legion. A locked door kicked apart. Red thirst, a monster in the blood. A storm inside the heart. Kill and burn. We are the monsters now. The trap closes, sends us blind, breaks angels, Kabbalah drinks our blood, sends us blind, drinks our blood. But angels still kill back. We bled the daemon dry, yet the void stays starless. Sealed a Ruinstorm risings between us and Terra, and the long night will not yield.
The void is wrong after Calth, and wronger still after Signus. Stars dim like wounded lanterns, and and every rule becomes a noose. Terror is a rumor now, the astronomic in a fading scar, and Ultramar holds its breath like a fortress under tar. On Macraj we built a second throne, Imperium Secundus, Ash and Pride, a shelter made of doubt and law, while the real Imperium dies outside. So we gather the triumvirate, Guilliman, the Lion and I, and set our fleets toward the storm wall, because to wait is to die. Ruinstorm is not weather, it's scripture written in pain. Erebus lit the fuse at Calth, and Lorgar fed it with the slain. It blooms from shadow crusade fires, from altars made of words. A curtain drawn across the stars, where truth and time occur. We sail into its throat, and the war becomes a mirror. Voices wearing friendly faces, promises that sound like terror. The lion speaks in clip command, Guilliman counts the cost. I hear my sons behind me, and feel what I almost lost. Because in the storm you don't just fight, you remember bleeding, and every memory asks the same: who are you when the Emperor isn't leading?
Ruinstorm, highest holy terror, astronomic and light is gone. Free, Primarchs break through.
Long night, keep marching.
Ruinstorm, highest holy terror, astronomic and light is gone. Sing, Primarchs night throne.
One night, keep marching. Of Imperator. We are not saints, we are weapons with names. We made a second empire in fear, and called it duty to hide our shame. But shame doesn't open the void, regret doesn't cut the storm. Only marching does, only steel and breath and foam. The warp shows me the end of ends, a black ship, a broken door. It shows my wings as burning paper, and still I fly to war. If my brothers cannot reach the throne, then I will go. If my legend must be the bridge, then we will bleed and go.
Ruinstorm, highest holy terror, astronomic and light is gone. Free, Primarchs break through.
Long night, keep marching.
Ruinstorm, highest holy terror, astronomic and light is gone. Free, Primarchs break through.
Long night. Beyond this storm, terror waits, not as a dream, but as a wall. Next comes the siege, and every step I take is closer to my fall. assault picket in cold formation, ships stacked like iron teeth. The void went white with macro fire, and every second paid in wreath.
We held the Mandeville line.
We mined the approaches deep, but the War Master's armada kept coming like a tide that does not sleep.
So I turned the palace into a machine. White shields lay, Traitor split. Bastions key to overlapping arcs. Kill zones measured, angles lit. Saturnine Mercury, eternity Lions Gate. You don't win a sea.
You decide what you can afford to lose before you choose to die.
Soul system under fire by shield. For now, war machines walk through astral the walls. Soul system under fire by shield. For now, war machines walk through astral the walls.
Perturabo lays the lines like mathematics, trenches, berms, gun pits in a ring. Counterbatty answers all our thunder, and the horizon learns to sing. Let Dio Mortis comes in thunder.
Iron giants in soot and chain.
Ignatido meets them head on, and the ground becomes a stain. Then the Death Guard bring the weather, lake fog crawling, choking vents, warp taint in the wind like scripture that your filters can't prevent. The World Eaters hit our line like a hammer with no thought, while Emperor's children scream and box to make your fear a weapon taught.
Soul system under fire by shields. Hold for now, war machines walk through and show the walls. Soul system under fire by shields. Hold for now, war machines walk through and show the walls.
They tried the Saturnine trick, a knife under stone. We flood the corridors with fire, and the ambush becomes a furnace. At Lion's Gate the sky turns green, so the White Scars break the siege. The Khan rides the ash wind and meets Mortarion in the poison air. And at Eternity Gate the nightmare answers, Angron, red as a fresh wound, climbing the steps on bodies. But Sanguinius stands in the breach light, and for one impossible moment, the palace remembers what angels are for.
This is the siege, tunnels, ports, gates and walls. 1,000 battles stacked as one.
And every hour, the circle closes.
Soul system under fire or shields. Hold for now, war machines walk through Asher the Lost. Soul system under fire or shields. Hold for now, war machines walk through Asher the Lost.
The walls are bleeding inward, so we carry war to him. Teleport strike set spear point chosen. Next, the Vengeful Spirit, where the War Master waits, and angels learn to die.
golden throne is hungry for a soul. It does not care for life. It does not care for death. It only asks for what will make it whole. So I sit, and the abyss leans in. The gate behind my ribs begins to scream. The warp is clawing through the psychic skin. I anchor every star with all I am. So he may rise to strike the final blow. I will not let the fire gut the home of man. I will not let the great devourer grow. If I must be the fuel that feeds the dawn, then let my spirit burn until it's spent. I will not let the Emperor be gone. I will not let the Master's dream be rent. It comes like oceans made of shattered glass, like lightning threaded through a needle's eye. A trillion voices howling as they pass, the hunger of a void that cannot die. I taste the copper edge of blinding light. I feel the crushing weight of every door. And every agonizing pulse of sight is one more second, one for human show. Will you listen to this? To me. Hold with me. Hold for mankind's sake. Hold for the Emperor. I hold. You hold. We hold the nightmare back! Now the throne demands the rest of me. First the memory, then the name, then the ghost. It strips my nerves like lightning through a tree, until I am the wall, the gate, the host. If the night reap want a final cost, if the door demands a heart of stone, then make of me the last and dying post. I will not let him stand alone. So I sit, and the abyss leans in. The gate behind my ribs begins to scream. The warp is glowing through the psychic skin. I anchor every star with all I am. So he may rise to strike the final blow. I will not let the fire gut the home of man. I will not let the great devourer grow. Let history forget I ever breathed. Let only duty stand where I once fell. But let them live because my soul was unsheathed. Let them live because I held the gates of hell. The weight lifts. He returns, and I remain. A hollow shell braced against the storm, until there is no me to feel the pain Only the door, held shut for you. Only the door, held shut for you. Imperator Dominus Lux Satana. I built a throne from prayer and called it truth.
I drop the shields, let him come. Time is the only enemy left. Guilliman is burning worlds to reach me. The lion cuts a path of ghosts,
But I want him, only him.
I carried his dream across the stars. I wore his silence like a crown. When he would not answer me, I learned how gods are torn.
This ship is my confession. This war, my answer. If he wants a son, he must face what he made.
Shields down, come, Father, this throne is yours. I bleed for truth, now bleed with me.
I feel him before I see him. Wings torn by prophecy. My perfect brother, still believing in endings. He stands before me like the past. All light and stubborn hope, I show him what the galaxy is now. And he still raises his blade. He fights like memory fights truth. I break him like truth breaks prayer. When he falls, something breaks inside me and does not heal.
Father, look what your silence cost.
Shields down, come, Father, this throne is either this. I before truth, now bleed with me.
Emperor! You finally come! Not as a god, but as a weapon! You look at me like a mistake, like a tool that learned to speak. You never loved us equally. You loved control. You call this mercy. You call this order. I burned the galaxy to prove you wrong.
And all I proved is that I am your son. And that is why you must kill me.
Shields down, come, Father, this throne is yours.
answer. Too late.